Good evening, everyone. And I hope to have some cold iced tea for you. Sorry for the background noise. Um, my kid, I want to give a shout out, first of all, to the, the wrathful proser who is on YouTube. Ward Media, I can't say the full name already. They have made the am I talking about Blake Lively's wardrobe. We've and the director and the movie even before it even got started, right? But was there a reason behind that of the wardrobe for seemingly nothing credential versus borrowing her own clothes from her own possible that there is some other agreement going on in the scenes. So we know that wardrobe is mentioned along with all the other changes. This is an opinion, and I'm just going to read it. By May of 2023, Lively was making daily alterations to the script. Although Baldoni initially invited Lively to make changes to the script, the frequency of her changes alarmed the producers in studio. On May 1, 2023, a producer texted Heath, Blake is now directing the movie. This is bad. Around the same time, the same producer texted Heath, he cannot let her have her opinions on everything, or she's going to be co-directing the film. This is why everyone is starting to lose it. And I didn't realize that sentence. This is why everyone is starting to lose it. That's something that I didn't notice before. I'll continue. And we've been talking about the same things for months. I would love to know what those same things are. Well, my boys are having a great time downstairs. I might have to leave early just in case, but let me breeze through this for you as quickly as possible because I'm doing the single mom hustle as always. Oh, it's getting ugly. Okay. Lively insisted on creative control over her character's wardrobe, ignoring the director's vision for her character and the choices made by the wardrobe team in accordance with that vision. She required the costume designer to reshop her wardrobe in the style she wanted, insisted that her character could afford 5,000. Hang on, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. She required the costume designer to reshop her wardrobe in the style she wanted, insisted that her character could afford $5,000 shoes. Those shoes were $5,000? They're not so pretty no more. As a small business owner, what the fluff? As a small business owner, you're in the negative half the time. And required that her wardrobe be delivered to her personal residence instead of the production office. This part is also important, I will say. I did hypothesize, in my opinion, that maybe she was having wardrobe sent to her home so that she could snap photos of her in the wardrobe and send it to Taylor Swift or Gigi Hadid. That is my hypothesis, that is my theory, and that is my opinion. I'd love to see if it's true or not. But I also think they had alternative, what is it? Alternative, oh goodness, my fibromyalgia, alternative motives. Okay. To maintain harmony, Baldoni and Wafer reluctantly ceded to Lively full control over her wardrobe. That part is actually important because in a lot of things that she says it was pre-approved wardrobe. The wardrobe was not pre-approved. It was taken over like everything else. I'm a little mad and I'm having a pain flare. Sorry, everybody. Just checking with the comment. No, I'll share this one. This is a deposition transcript excerpt from Justin Baldoni. They are talking about the wardrobe with Miss Lively. They're talking about the onesie. They just got done talking about Jenny Slate's wardrobe and the comment made about that character's wardrobe. Now Justin Baldoni is talking about the situation around Blake Lively's wardrobe and the tug and pull that they experience. I'll start. How would you characterize your comment using the word sexy? And please, anybody, you can call me sexy anytime you want. I normally wear clothes that probably make me look shelterless. And if you called me sexy, I would probably love you forever. And if this movie was supposed to be sexy and have a lot of actual content in it, I would hope that the characters were sexy. I mean, do you really want ugly frumpy clothed characters in your movie? It's not the look. It's not the look of the movie, right? So we get to Justin Baldoni's answer. In a conversation where I was speaking to Miss Lively about her wardrobe, as the director, I wanted to see the onesie because all the characters were wearing onesies. She had a large jacket on, and we were having a bit of a negotiation as I was trying to gently ask her to remove it. And like many conversations, I'm going to highlight, and like many conversations with Miss Lively, there's a back and forth. So Justin Baldoni is not only talking about wardrobe conversations, he's talking about general conversations that he's having with Miss Lively as a director. Because he cites as the director. I'll continue. There's a back and forth that can go on for quite some time. Let me give it to Lively. At least she holds her ground. And in many cases, that is terrible to deal with. Oh, man, this set must have been, no wonder nobody was happy at the end of this. I'll continue. And it got to the point where I believe I said to her that it looked hot, to which she replied earlier she had thought it was cute, and that's why she wanted to wear it. And then I said it down the line. I had said it looked hot, and she said, that's not what I'm going for. And we might as well just continue this. And then I made a joke. I said, sexy? She goes, not that either. And then immediately I paused and I said, I'm sorry. Did I just cross a boundary? Miss Slate, lovely Miss Slate, shared, that we talked about earlier, to which case I thank them both. I apologize to Miss Lively again. I just wanted to highlight the back and forth piece, okay? Because we all know that she got backlash. And let's see if I can pull up the timeline without the computer crashing on me, which I probably should have done beforehand. Um, but as you know, she ballooned the budget so much. But why would she balloon the budget so much on particular brands and include her friends if she could have whatever she wanted? What is with her friends that she has to bring into here? And I'll share this. Wardrobe. April 25th, 2023. The line producer on the film shares concerns about the ballooning wardrobe budget resulting from Lively's takeover, love it, takeover, stating that it was way more than she had ever seen wardrobe go over budget with the initial spend. As mentioned in the complaint, the wardrobe budget ballooned. So I have this question. If she got a producer credit and she got a PGA mark, doesn't this show how irresponsible she was over a budget? And here's the email, April 25th. Hi, all. Wardrobe budget for spending is $185,000. Normally, wardrobe overspends and then does tons of returns and ends up in budget. Our wardrobe team told me they'd spend about $500,000, but then lend back at $185,000 once returns are done. To date, they've already spent $615,000. And they need their cash cards, and they need their cachette cards all replenished because they've only shopped for Justin and Blake. They had to reshop everything for Blake after creative that changes, but it's a lot of money. I trust them, of course, but want to keep you all posted as this is way more than I've ever seen wardrobe go over budget with the initial spend. I think that says at this point, we have to replenish their cards because they haven't shopped for the other characters. Just keeping you all posted. Hi, Sarah. Glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about but we're covering Miss Lively's wardrobe of motives. And I'll just get, and we know that she was very, very, very proud of her wardrobe. So proud that she did it was like she had her own press tour for wardrobe. It was mentioned in interviews, articles. Here is a today. On Yahoo Entertainment. You can see here she's wearing a car best-selling novel were either pulled from her own closet, borrowed from her husband Ryan Reynolds, the other was loaned, maybe i.e. rented, as Miss Lively has previously said in other. Gigi Hadid. I will say Gigi Hadid has been supporting Blake Lively, showing up premieres for Blake Lively, at least since what? This is my hypothesis. I know that she was at the movie premiere when Blake Lively had that movie for where she played the blind person. Proud of it. It's like a wedding, like something old, something borrowed, something blue, or something new. Lively told, is this Shinli? I'm going to butcher that name. Lively told in an interview that aired on today, August 6th. And wouldn't you know, she was super proud of her boots. And I'm pretty sure she directed this scene. Remember, these are the boots that it's like what did she say? Bone on wood, and there's no support. It's just the heel and then the the God, they probably doesn't even sound fun to wear. They're so pretty. Okay, case and the article continues. Case in point, the sparkly stiletto boots she wears in a recent released. It ends with us trailer are in fact her own. By the way, she put those $5,000 boots in the trailer as her choice. I'm just going to check in with the chat to make sure everything's still okay. She's very proud of it. You know, it's fair. Let's just be fair. However, her wardrobe didn't reception Hard Baldoni Hoover's fans. Why? Because Colleen Hoover's fans are going to be buying these movie tickets. It's not it's not Ryan Reynolds fans that are going to be going to this movie. Fans for sure. post a regular video. Sorry, guys. Gigi's website's making my computer crash. But let me see. No, it does not look like it's going to work. All right. I'm going to make a video. Sorry, guys.